Hey, what is up, everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with another Outriders video, and today we are going to be checking out my revamped statue build for the Devastator. This build hits like an absolute truck, and, well, being a Devastator obviously helps out with the survivability aspect, and I really don't know why people kind of shy away from this build. It is an absolute ripper. So, as always, I hope you enjoy and find this video helpful. If you do, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. We're approaching that 13,000 mark, so any help with that would definitely be appreciated. And also, don't forget to leave a comment down there below. So, let's take a look at this. Alright everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's check out this class tree really quick, get a couple things out of the way, and we will move on to the good stuff. So pretty straightforward on this, nothing too crazy about a bullet build, but at the same time I would definitely recommend speccing into a few things here. This one for sure, using protection skills increases your weapon damage by 45% for 10 seconds, so as soon as you pop that golem, we're going to get that extra 45% damage up on top of the 100% damage up that we get from the statue set. So right there, 145% damage up, I will definitely take that. Now also, it gets even better down here. As you can see, when a kinetic skill ends, it increases your weapon damage 70% for 10 seconds. So when we're using that gravity leap, as soon as we pop it and we touch down, as soon as you land, the skill is over and you get that extra 70% damage up. So if you run into combat and right off rip, you just pop golem and the gravity leap back to back, we're talking about an extra 215% weapon damage. I mean, that is absolutely insane. And a little side note as well, when you're using the statue set with golem and tremor, they do stack. So if you were to use them all back to back to back, that's a potential 315% weapon damage up. I mean, absolutely crazy. Pop that tremor, pop the golem, and then gravity leap on somebody, and you're doing some insane numbers. I've been comfortably sitting around 600,000 to 900,000 firepower just by cycling my skills. So definitely try this set out again. I mean, I don't know why so many people shy away from it. I know it was a big thing before, and then with the damage mitigation patch, they kind of messed it up a little bit, but this thing is still a ripper. Then I would also recommend speccing into any kind of damage to elites. This is really going to help you out with those bosses so that they don't turn into bullet sponges, and you can just mow through them that much easier. Now also, the cherry on top right here, when an enemy dies in close range, 20% of their armor will be transferred to you for 10 seconds. So this is going to definitely help you you out with your armor aspect. Then if you take a look at how Devastator actually heals you, every close range kill heals you 24% of your max health. So this is going to help you out with your health. This is going to help you out with your armor. And then with Golem running, negating 65% of incoming damage, essentially, right? That is going to be helping you out so much. You're going to be a walking tank that does a whole lot of damage. So I hope you enjoyed this and understand where I'm going with it. Now let's get on to these skills. Alrighty, so on to the skills here. I'm going to be using Tremor, Golem, and Gravity Leap. Pretty straightforward on this. Tremor and Golem go very, very well hand in hand with the statue set. I would highly recommend using both of them because the way that Golem gets the damage started, and you also get that 65% incoming damage reduction for that 19.2 seconds, and then Tremor is how you keep up the damage. And then if you want a little bit more damage, you hit him with the Gravity Leap like I was showing on the class tree. So pretty straightforward on that. Also, Tremor and Gravity Leap have the skill life leech attached to them, so anytime you hit somebody with those, you're going to be getting some life back on top of everything else that we already have going for us. Now, the way that the statue set is supposedly working now compared to how it was before is that it will only work, you will only have that extra damage boost for the time of the duration. So right now it says that it's going to be active for 19.2 seconds, so that's very good when it only has a 17.1 second cooldown. But regardless, 19.2 seconds after that, hit your Tremor, because that's going to just start that 100% extra damage over again, and you can just keep it rolling because you're not going to be using Golem all the time since you don't want it to go down. You want it to stay up the entire time, right? And then, like I said, hit him with that Gravity Leap, get that extra damage up, and just mow right through him. So hope you guys understand where I'm going with this. Now let's move on to the build itself. Alright everyone, so here we go, on to the good stuff. Now as you can see over here, my base firepower is sitting at 182,000, and again, that is my base firepower. We're going to jack that number up through the roof. Like I mentioned on the class tree, we can comfortably sit between 600,000 to 900,000 firepower just by cycling our skills. And again, that is just by cycling the skills. That is before any of the actual gear talents come into play and start rocking and rolling. So I'd have to say we're doing pretty good on this. This thing is an absolute ripper. Now, talking about anomaly power, 44.3k. Our health is at 28k, and our armor's at 67k. So that is doing pretty good, I'd have to say, for a bullet build. And then we get Golem on top of it. I mean, we're just a tank that's just ripping stuff up. I mean, this is amazing. I'm going to be using the Fatal Symbiote, I don't know how you say that, but regardless, it comes with armor piercing, status power, and close range damage with Dark Sacrifice. During combat, your weapon drains up to 50% of your max health. Who cares? With the way that this regenerates and all that works, you could take half of it and you barely even notice. In exchange for 75% weapon damage bonus. 75% damage up right there on top of everything else that we got going. Gotta love that right there. And then I went ahead and put Ultimate Damage Link on there. You could really use whatever your favorite damage up is, Embalmer's Rage, you know, Bone Shrapnel, whatever you enjoy doing with your bullet builds. Go ahead, put it on there. I just like shooting more than one enemy at a time. This way, the damage is shared with 4 other enemies, and you can kind of mow down an entire crowd just by focusing one of them. So that's just my style. That's how I've been running it. Try different things out, see what works for you. And for my secondary, nothing too crazy. The Juggler got Scrap Grenade on there, so when I do reload and then that first shot, do some pretty good damage right there, and, you know, and pop them. And then when you do blow them up, Bone Shrapnel kicks in and makes everybody bleed, and you can do some extra damage to them that way, as well as get some of your ammo back. So that's a pretty good thing right there. So other than that, let's get on to these gear pieces. Alright everyone, so enough chit chat blah blah blah, let's dig in here and we'll start out with the headgear, the statue's head. Bonus firepower, skill life leech, cooldown reduction, and I went ahead and threw bloodlust on there because I feel like pretty much any way you can put any more damage ups on this build, you're just going to be mowing them down that much faster. I mean, and you've got Golem up and other things that are going to be helping you stay alive, so just put everything into firepower. Killing shots increase firepower 17,500, stacks up to 3 times, so that's definitely going to help you out. And also, I went ahead and left Perseverance down there for Golem, increases the skill's duration by 100%. The goal is to keep this up as long as possible, if not the entire time, and that will definitely help you do so. That is a key component for this build. Now let's take a look at what statue is actually going to do for us. As you can see at the bottom here, using either Tremor or Golem increases firepower by 100% and weapon skill leech by 100%, for you and your teammates. So it doesn't just help you out, it helps everybody out. So if you're running with a team or if you're running solo, this is definitely going to help you out a lot. So other than that, let's move on to the chest piece. Alright, so moving on to the upper armor here. Bonus firepower, skill life leech, cooldown reduction, and it comes with power of the stones for tremor. When the skill is active, allies are given 40% weapon damage bonus for 8 seconds. And I'm pretty sure you're included in that. Even if you're not, it's still nice to have, because if you're running with a team, this is going to help them out a lot, especially if they are a bullet build as well. And I also went ahead and put tainted blood on there. Increases the damage dealt towards enemies afflicted with bleed by 25%, so that is definitely going to help us out a lot. Well, another 25%, right? So gotta love that one. Okay, so on to the final piece of the statue set. The lower armor comes with max health. I really wish that was bonus firepower. That would be just so broken and OP. I would love it, but at the same time, I guess I see why they did that. Also comes with skill life leech, cooldown reduction, and golem squad. Increases the skill's duration by 20% and casts a 25% shorter version of golem on your ally. So it's going to help you keep golem that much longer, and it's going to help out your allies as well. So you can do that to help give them a little bit extra survivability, and then if you pop that tremor, you're going to be giving them that weapon damage up. So if you're on a team, they will be liking you, I promise you that. Now moving on, I went ahead and put vampiric mag on there. Killing shots on enemies afflicted with bleed replenishes 50% of the ammo in your magazine. I believe that's pretty important for this build, because you do have an SMG that's spitting them out pretty fast, and any way you can get that ammo back or keep your ammo up is definitely a good thing. Alrighty, so moving on to the gloves here. They are the gauntlets of the cannonball. Pretty much a go-to for the majority of DPS builds, right? Because it has all the right stuff on it. Bonus firepower, cooldown reduction, skill life leech, captain hunter, so it increases the damage towards elites 25%, and personal space. Grants you 15% bonus close range damage. I mean, you can't get it any better than that. Pretty straightforward on that one, guys. Alrighty, so on to the final piece here, the foot gear. Nothing crazy, just some purple boots. I really was focusing on that bonus firepower and cooldown reduction. That's what I was really shooting for. That healing received, I got it, and hey, you know what? I'm not too mad about it. But the talents are what is a little bit harder to line up, but once you get them, it's 100% worth it. Basically, what I did was mimic the talents that I would be running if I was using the actual statue's feet. The problem is with the statue's feet, it comes with max health. We don't want that. We want firepower. So I went ahead and put these together with Bleeding Impulse. For a golem, when the skill is active, spawns radial impulses, inflict bleed on enemies within 10 meters. I mean, the 10 meters radius is actually not too bad, with a frequency of 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds it pulses, bleeds anybody close to you, and you got that extra damage up to anybody that is bleeding, as well as vampiric mag, so you're going to get ammo back. As long as they're rushing you and you're using an SMG at close range, you'll be doing just fine, I promise you that. Then it also has Golem of Death on there. When the skill is active, extends its duration by 2 seconds for each enemy killed. And with that ultimate damage link on my weapon, you can take 2-3 NPCs out at a time, and that gives you a nice little chunk of time back on your golem. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed and found this video useful. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. Subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, and be sure to drop a comment down there below. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy, be safe out there. I will see you next time. Later.